Hello and welcome to Back to the Feature, the show where we like to go back 30 years in the past and look at movies that came out before. This week we're doing one of our absolute favorite films, Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2.
Swallow your soul!
Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2 is by far one of my favorite horror movies ever. I watch it every year, every month, every couple weeks or so, whatever. I watch it a lot and I love it. Who cares? This movie is so fucking funny. It is just bananas, this movie. And I feel totally fine saying it's bananas. I don't even think that sounds lame because it just applies to just how just batshit crazy this movie is.
We were just talking about right before we turned this on. I mean, it's like a live-action Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It's just otherworldly.
Like, if you were to make Tom and Jerry real life, like, that would be some gory stuff that would be going on, you know? Like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, but done live action. You know, this is just like that Jon Favreau Jungle Book, to me. It's the same thing.
4 years ago, in this quiet forest, in this cozy cabin, something happened. Something so frightening. Something so deadly. Something so evil. We prayed it would never happen again.
But out of all seriousness, though, this is one of the greatest horror comedies of all time. And I think that one of the things that sets it apart from every other movie that could possibly be like it, because there are definitely some B-movie moments in this. I mean, especially in, like, we'll get into more of the details there, but it's definitely a B-movie, but what it makes it just kind of get pushed over the top and just makes it excel is Sam Raimi's direction in the movie.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sam Raimi he's so inventive. He's such an amazing director. Everyone saw it with Spider-Man, like how crazy his camera work can be and his editing styles that he likes to use.
You look at sections of Evil Dead 2 and it's so comic booky. Like, just
totally.
The way that when he puts the cross into the ground, you know, and like the angle that it's shot at, and just kind of, and that's what I love about Bruce Campbell in this movie and why he's perfect, is because he's like Gumby or something, you know what I mean? Like, he's just kind of like he's like Goofy or like Bugs Bunny or something. He's kind of got this wiry, kind of, like I said, Gumby thing to him. That
Bruce
just kind
Campbell is awesome.
He's
so
like
awesome.
a real-life cartoon character in these movies.
Yeah, Ash, man. This Evil Dead 2 is so fun. It's such a fun movie. I love the Evil Dead too, the classic, the original. And I love these two as a pairing. It's such an awesome, fun movie. And it's so graphic and so over the top, and it's just diving into madness. Yeah. And I think it's just one of the best examples of seeing a character just lose his mind.
Yeah, and I think that's what's funny, and like watching it just recently for this review, and that I think is funny is that it really goes into that like going to, it's driving you mad kind of thing, and like that being part of what, you know, the Kandarian demons want to do, drive you crazy. And I think that's awesome because it's very Lovecraftian, you know what I mean? Like, the end of it, you're crazy and spun out and possessed by a demon. And, you know, I just think that is just very old school, fun horror. I love just from the opening of this movie. I think it's funny, the opening has got to be one of my favorite parts, where it's going over the history of the Necronomicon. And I love that, you know, when it's just like it's written in blood, and then it just immediately starts filling it out, you know, just super fast, and all this blood and all these crazy imagery, and I just love how frenetic and like just manic the movie is like that, where it just has so much energy to it, and it's just so every scene and frame is just fun, and you're just kind of constantly engaged with it. Yeah,
the editing is so awesome and so fun. And Sam Raimi, he's one of my favorite directors, and it's because of all these wacky shots that he chooses, and the energy that's put into the filmmaking, and the originality that's in it.
There's a lot of excellent shots in this. What's your favorite shot, like, in this movie?
Oh, man.
Big or small? Even if it's just a little thing.
There's a lot of them. Well, I mean, the iconic laughing into the camera. is a very memorable shot when everything in the room starts just geeking out at him, and he just kind of goes along with it, and he just stares the camera right in the face and just lets it out. Like, yeah, okay, I'm going crazy. I'm just gonna accept this, and go with it. I love that shot. What's your favorite shot? I love so many that it's just kind of everything.
I think for a long time, it was the chase through the house, the POV chase of Bruce Campbell. I mean, just the way that that's done and how smooth it is and how quick he is. It's so fun to watch every single time. But now I think the thing that I really, really love is it's right after he gets hit. He goes flying into the tree. The beginning.
Yeah.
The fall down, the way that it is into the
mud puddle.
That mud puddle. And then when he gets up, and that turn around, that as he turns this way, the camera turns that way, and we get that
all the way
that
back.
full. I just love that little section of shots. I think is just so they're just tiny little things that he didn't have to do. That he puts that much time and attention, and just has this just visual energy to these movies that I think that's what makes them different. Because like I said, it could just be any other B horror movie, even B horror comedy. But because of just the technical skill and just sort of the visual treat that watching Sam Raimi work in this movie, like I said, it just pushes it over the top.
I really love the shot too when he goes to the bridge and it's mangled. And he's on the cliff and you got like I don't know what they use as the backdrop. It's like oil painting or whatever it is. It looks like something else, And he's it's so memorable. It sticks with me.
That's definitely I think an iconic shot. And then there's the thing though about this movie that it's like that some of the stuff is hokey and maybe doesn't all hold up. I mean like there's quite
ambitious.
A few things.
Yeah, there's quite a few things that don't
like
hold
the dancing body. That doesn't quite hold up for me. Even on my first viewing I think of it, I was like, that got dated pretty quickly. But it doesn't ever take you out of the movie, and I think that's what's kind of awesome about it, is that because it's done for laughs, that it looking cheap or like not holding up actually makes the movie hold up even better. I think that it makes it charming. I love it. I love its imperfections.
Honestly, bad CGI doesn't really affect how I view things, because it's like I can just put my. I can just view it as like, well, that...
Let your imagination
work. Like, that's supposed to be a live dancing corpse, and that's what he's viewing it as, and like, the implications of that.
Yeah.
And just kind of filling in the blank, like, what if that was a real-life dancing
I think
corpse?
that sometimes people don't, like, try to put themselves into the shoes of the character, and, you know what I mean? I think, though, like, because we were reaching that, like, uncanny valley type thing, especially after Rogue One, everyone's just like, oh, gosh, we're making too many CGI people, and, I still think that it's fine to be able to have something where you just kind of can use your imagination and just kind of put yourself in the situation, just play pretend a little bit. And this movie is just always still so fun, and I think it still looks great, looks creepy, and in some parts looks hokey, but that's just kind of all part of the fun. It's like when you go to like a haunted house, you know that nothing in that haunted house is real or gonna get you, but it's just kind of the fun of the atmosphere and just kind of going with it and just letting it just have a great time. I love also like the hand.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
The whole sequence, really.
The whole sequence is awesome, but I mean, when he cuts his hand off, we're going spoilers here, people. But when he saws
30 years old.
Who's laughing now?
Oh, yeah.
And he just, saws his arm off with it, and the blood just spraying on him. That's iconic. That is iconic.
I do have to say, though, I think that as a performance moment, Bruce Campbell, when he's got the hand here, that's where Jim Carrey got the but I love that performance there where he kind of like beats himself up. It's kind of
shatters plates.
It's before Edward Norton was in Fight Club.
Yep.
But yeah,
it did spawn a lot of things.
Yeah,
it is before.
But I think that's definitely the thing with Bruce Campbell, though, is the physical comedy and just the kind of the talent he is. Like I said, with his physical comedy and his acting with his body like that, I think there's not a lot of people that think they can make that scene really, really work, and I think he really does.
He's got some crazy eyebrow. He's got the rock eyebrows too. The facial expressions he does, it's so wacky and goofy and charming and just awesome. So much fun.
He definitely makes being groovy really charming and cool. So John, as I kind of already stated, we mentioned a couple things. It's not a perfect movie. What are some of the things that are detractors when watching Evil Dead 2 that maybe you're not as crazy about?
I think just some of the CGI monsters, especially the one at the end with the head.
Yeah,
I think it's just, just some of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think some of it just takes you out of it a little bit.
Yeah, the CGI definitely.
CGI definitely doesn't hold up. But what else?
I would say some of the supporting cast. Really,
yeah, some of the supporting
cast.
cast.
A big fan of the guy, the hit guy.
Bobby Joe!
Bobby Joe!
Bobby Joe!
But he does have a really great redneck jaw. He really gets it out there. Like, I'm a good old boy. Like, he really works it. So, at least, and it is a horror movie. You're not supposed to like these guys. You're supposed to, boop, 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 But I think that overall, though, the acting is pretty poor from that whole group.
Yeah.
So we've done a little bit of breaking down of this iconic horror comedy. John, what is your final grade for Evil Dead 2?
Gosh, I have never thought of this movie as like a grade. I just love it like so much. It's one of my favorite movies of all time because it's pure entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much fun. I mean, like we said, this is a B movie, but there's things in it that elevate it so much. If I was to look at it objectively, I would probably give this movie a B.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like A+, love for this film. So it's really hard to really classify it. I just really love Evil Dead 2 a lot. It's just, every time I watch it, I am just engaged, and I just kind of just accept the madness that's happening and go with it. Bruce Campbell's awesome.
Accept the madness. I like that.
Madness.
And I definitely have to say that I accepted the madness many years ago when I first watched this movie. It's a go-to just favorite movie of mine. And, I watch it from just it being a sick, demented comedy. And maybe that says a lot about me, I don't know. But I just love laughing at this movie, laughing with this movie. It's just so much fun every time I watch it. And honestly, not every movie has to be the greatest movie in the world for you to love it. To me, Evil Dead 2 is kind of a priceless artifact.
Yeah.
And just kind of one of my favorite movies of all time. There's definitely things that aren't perfect in it, but if you're just looking to just put your tongue in your cheek and just laugh your butt off and just have a great time, Evil Dead 2, I love showing it to people who've never seen it.
Oh, yes.
It's one of my favorite ones. Like, you've never seen this crazy shit? Here you go.
I got to do that this past year. Introduce someone to Evil Dead 2. Actually, two people. I borrowed it to someone and I watched it with someone too. So it was a lot of fun. You get to talk to people, what they thought. That was insane. I don't even know what to think.
I know I showed it to a friend and she just absolutely loved it. She showed it to her roommate. And her roommate was like, this is crazy, and just laughed and just couldn't watch it. And I love because you get both reactions. Some people just get it, and they just get in on the fun. Maybe they just kind of have a dark kind of sense of humor, or just loved its kind of comic booky style. But yeah, no matter what, just a fun film to watch.
And we have Stephen King to thank for this, too. And Stephen King loved the first film so much that his production company actually... put the money for it to make the second one, so that just puts more into the iconic status. I think of Evil Dead 2.
One of my favorite things though at the beginning is that it says Rosebud, Entertainment or whatever it is.
That's
that makes it just totally fake company.
Yeah, I think that was the working title of the film, or the hidden title of the movie. Yeah.
But yeah, it's completely fake, and I just love all the little bits of this movie. Alright guys, that's been our 30-year anniversary review of Evil Dead 2. Obviously, a big favorite of ours. If you guys have never seen it, definitely go check it out and tell us what you thought in the comments. If you've already seen it, tell us what you think, and tell us if you think that we're totally wrong and it's just a schlocky piece of crap. You can also find us on Twitter to tell us what you think about Evil Dead 2. You can find us at BacktotheFeature, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BacktotheFeature. I've been your host, Giovanni Carlo.
And I'm John Vanderloo.
And we'll see you guys again next time.
Evil Dead.